Welcome to our countdown of the top 10 tallest men that have ever lived. From historical giants to modern-day record holders, we will be showcasing the tallest individuals to have ever graced the earth. These men tower above the rest, with heights reaching over 8 feet. So sit back, relax and get ready to be amazed as we reveal the tallest men in history, starting at number 10 and counting down to the tallest of them all. Let's begin. Number 10. Suleiman Ali Nashnash, 1943 to 1991. Height, 8 feet 0.37 inches. Suleiman Ali Nashnash was a Libyan basketball player and actor, known for being one of the tallest individuals in medical history at 8 feet 0.37 inches. He played professional basketball at a height of 7 feet 10 inches. Nashnash also appeared in a small role in the film Fellini Satyricon as Trifonina's attendant. He passed away on February 25, 1991. Number 9. Brahim Takiola, born in 1982. Height, 8 feet 0.97 inches. Takiola, born in Gelmim, Morocco in 1982, was diagnosed with acromegaly at the age of 18 due to his unusual size. A year later, he had a 1-meter high growth spurt. In 2006, after obtaining his university degree in geography, he was brought to Paris for treatment by a French doctor, which was successful in reducing his growth hormone levels and removing a tumor. He faced difficulties finding shoes that fit him and had to have a specially made pair that costed up to €3,500. He works at an attraction park near the city of Beauvais and has also obtained French nationality. He holds the Guinness World Record for having the largest feet on a living person, as of May 24, 2011, with his left foot measuring 38.1 centimeters and his right 37.5 centimeters. Number 8. Morteza Mirzad, born in 1987. Height, 8.1 feet. Morteza Mirzad is an Iranian volleyball player who plays for the national sitting volleyball team of Meshchar Babak. He is known as the tallest living man in Iran, standing at 8.1 feet. Mirzad has acromegaly, a condition caused by excessive growth hormone production in the brain's pituitary gland. He was born with this condition and was over 6 feet and 2 inches tall at the age of 16. He had a bicycle accident at 15 which caused a serious pelvic fracture and stopped his right leg from growing, leaving it about 15 centimeters shorter than his left leg. Mirzad's talent was spotted by Iran national head coach Hadi Rezai in 2011 after watching a television program about unusual and differently able talented people. Hadi convinced and encouraged Mirzad to play sitting volleyball, and in 2016, Mirzad was selected for Iran's national team and made his international debut at the Paralympics qualifiers. He then competed at the 2016 Summer Paralympics, where he was the match top scorer with 28 points and helped Iran secure a gold medal. In 2018, Mirzad helped Iran win the 2018 Sitting Volleyball World Championship, their first world title in 8 years, and in 2022, he won his second gold medal at the Paralympic Games and his second Sitting Volleyball World Championship with Iran's national team. Number 7. Sultan Qasim, born December 10, 1982. Height, 8 feet 3 inches. Qasim, a Turkish man of ethnic Kurdish descent, is known for being the tallest living person in the world, measuring 8 feet 1 inch in height. He was born in the village of Ali Bey in Turkey, and was unable to complete his education due to his height, instead working as a part-time farmer. He has faced difficulties finding clothes and shoes that fit his large size, as well as fitting into an average-sized car. In 2010, Qasim received treatment for his pituitary tumor at the University of Virginia Medical School, which successfully halted his growth. In 2013, he married Syrian-born Merve Debois, but they divorced in 2021 due to the language barrier. Qasim also holds the current Guinness record for the largest hands, measuring over 10 inches, and the second largest feet, measuring 14 inches on the left and 14 inches on the right. In 2014, Qasim joined the Magic Circus of Samoa and traveled around the world to perform in various shows. On November 13, 2014, he met the world's shortest man, Chandra Bahadur Dangi, for the first time in London. He turned 40 years old on December 10, 2022 and celebrated by visiting the Ripley's Believe It or Not museum in Orlando, Florida, and posing next to a life-sized statue of Robert Wadlow, the tallest man ever recorded, who stood at 8 feet 11.1 inches. On August 25, 2010, according to the University of Virginia, a height of up to 8 feet 4 inches had been confirmed by doctors, who stated that this might be Cawson's actual height, artificially lowered by scoliosis and bad posture. On February 9, 2011, Cawson was remeasured by Guinness World Records at 8 feet 3 inches. They also remeasured his hands at 11 inches, which broke his previous record. Number 6. Väinö Millerin, 1909 to 1963. Height, 8 feet 3 inches. Väinö Millerin was a Finnish acromegalic giant who was at one time the world's tallest living person, and may have become the tallest after the death of Robert Wadlow. He was born in Helsinki, Finland in 1909 and reached a height of 7 feet 4 inches and weighed 311 pounds at the age of 21, but experienced a second phase of growth in his late 30s, attaining a height of 8 feet 3 inches. He is considered the tallest soldier ever, having served in the Finnish Defense Forces. Millerin underwent his conscript training in 1929 in the Viipuri Heavy Artillery Regiment, and was 7 feet 3 inches tall and very strong. In the 1930s he traveled around Europe as a professional wrestler and circus performer. He returned to Finland in 1939 to serve in the Finnish Army during the Winter War. In 1946, he moved to Järvenpää and ran a chicken farm. He died in Helsinki in 1963 and is buried at Järvenpää. In 1962, just a year before his death, he was measured by doctors at 8 feet 1.5 inches, and had 11.4 inches hand span, the greatest known. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. From unboxing amazing events, to sharing everything awesome around the world, our channel is dedicated to providing fun and engaging content for all ages. Thank you. Number 5. Edouard Beaupré, 1881 to 1904. Height, 8 feet 3 inches. Edouard Beaupré was a Canadian giant who was one of the tallest men in recorded history, with a reported height of 8 feet 3 inches. He was born in Willow Bunch, Canada in 1881, and by the age of 17 he had reached a height of 7 feet 3 inches. He was an excellent horseman, but due to his height he abandoned the trade and began touring as a circus and freak show giant, professional wrestler, and strongman. He traveled from Winnipeg to Montreal and stayed for a time in California. He was also a star of Barnum and Bailey's Circus, and signed a contract with them in 1904 to appear at the St. Louis World's Fair, but died 2 days later from a pulmonary hemorrhage. The circus embalmed his body, but when they refused to pay for the service, the undertaker decided to preserve the body and put it on display in St. Louis. Eventually, the body was passed on to a Montreal circus, but they went bankrupt and dumped the body in a warehouse. It was discovered by 2 kids in 1907 and claimed by the Université de Montréal, who mummified the body and put it in a glass display case. The family only discovered Beaupré's body was in Montreal in 1967 and began the process to return it for a proper burial. In 1990, the university agreed to cremate the remains, and the ashes were brought back to Willow Bunch for a memorial service and now lie in front of the Willow Bunch Museum. Number 4. Bernard Coin, 1891 to 1921. Height, 8 feet 4 inches. Bernard Coin is one of only 20 individuals in medical history to have stood 8 feet or more. He may have reached a height of 8 feet 4 inches tall at the time of his death in 1921. He was listed as 8 feet tall on his World War I draft registration card in 1918, but was refused induction into the army at that time due to his height of 7 feet 9 inches. He was considered to be the tallest person in the world at the time of his death, and he was still growing. He had a condition called unicoid infantile giant or gigantism, which caused him to wear size 24 shoes. Coin died in 1921 and is buried in Anthon, Iowa, in a specially made, extra-large coffin. Number 3. John F. Carroll, 1932 to 1969. Height, 8 feet 7 inches. John F. Carroll was an American man who was one of the tallest people in recorded history, measuring at 8 feet 7 inches. He was born in Buffalo, New York, and was also known as the Buffalo Giant in medical literature. He had a severe case of two-dimensional spinal curvature, kyphoscoliosis, and acromegalic gigantism. At the age of 27, he was measured at 8 feet tall, but calculations by an engineer suggest that his height would have been 8 feet 8 inches if his spine had had a normal curvature. However, due to his worsening spinal condition, his height had shrunk to 7 feet 10 inches by 1968. Despite extensive treatments at Mercy Hospital, his extraordinary growth continued until his death. He was buried in Holy Cross Cemetery in Lackawanna, New York. Number 2. John Rogan, 1868 to 1905. Height, 8 feet 9 inches. John William "Bud" Rogan was the second tallest person ever recorded, measuring at 8 feet 9 inches, only behind Robert Wadlow. He was born in Hendersonville, Tennessee, as the fourth of 12 children to a former slave, William Rogan. At the age of 13, he began to grow rapidly due to gigantism, which led to ankylosis, abnormal rigidity of the skeletal joints, and made him unable to stand or walk by 1882. Despite his condition, he made a living by selling portraits and postcards at a train station. He declined all offers to join carnivals and sideshows. In 1899, he was measured at 8 feet 6 inches and was tied with Franz Winkelmeyer as the tallest person ever at the time, often being referred to as the Negro Giant and living skeleton in newspapers. He used a goat-pulled cart as a wheelchair and was known for his deep voice and playful attitude. He died on September 11, 1905. Rogan's hands measured 11 inches in length and his feet measured 13 inches in length. At that time, he measured 8 feet 9.5 inches. He was the tallest person of African descent and the second tallest person on record. Robert Wadlow's height surpassed Rogan's in 1939. A newspaper article said his maternal grandfather was also a giant, requiring a larger saddle when he rode horses, hinting at a possible genetic inheritance. Number 1. Robert Wadlow, 1918 to 1940. Height, 8 feet 11.1 inches. Robert Pershing Wadlow, also known as the Alton Giant and the Giant of Illinois, was the tallest person in recorded history. He was born and raised in Alton, Illinois and was taller than his father by age 8. He was 8 feet 4 inches tall at graduation and enrolled in Shirtleff College with the intention of studying law. He required leg braces when walking and had little feeling in his legs and feet. He became a celebrity after his 1936 U.S. tour with the Ringling Brothers Circus and a promotional tour with the International Shoe Company. He was a member of the Order of Demolay and a Freemason. He passed away on July 15, 1940 due to an infected ankle caused by a faulty brace. He was buried in Oakwood Cemetery in Upper Alton, Illinois. His height at the time of his death was 8 feet 11.1 inches and his weight was 439 pounds. His great size and his continued growth in adulthood were due to hypertrophy of his pituitary gland. And that concludes our countdown of the top 10 tallest men that have ever lived. We hope you enjoyed learning about these towering giants and their extraordinary heights. From Robert Wadlow to Suleiman Ali Nashnash, these men have left a lasting impact on history with their remarkable statures. We hope you have a newfound appreciation for just how tall these men truly were, and the impact their height has had on the world. Thank you for watching and join us next time for another fascinating countdown. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when we upload new videos and join our community of amazing people around the world. So, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. We can't wait to have you along for the ride. See you in the next video.